Hi guys, this is Sadek from Dwebin.com, and in this video, we'll show you how to set up and run Shizuku app and the applications of this app, or in other words, wherein you could use this app. So what exactly is Shizuku? Well, Shizuku gives third-party apps a platform wherein they could easily access all the system-level APIs, all the application programming interface without the need for root. Yes, you heard it right. Various third-party apps could easily access all the system-level API and they do not require a root. The entire process will be done in a non-root environment, all thanks to the Shizuku app. So I will also show you the examples of the app. For example, let's first check out the usage of this app. For instance, you could use the Shizuku app to dual boot your Android phone. In other words, you could boot two custom ROM at the same time, or you could use the DSU sideloader app to install GSI ROM onto your phone without the need for PC. Likewise, you could use the Shizuku app to enable the DarkQ app, which could force enable dark mode across any Android app such as Snapchat or any app that does not support dark theme. Apart from that, you could use the Shizuku app to enable the internet tiles options similar to as it was till Android 11, or you could use the Shizuku app to run expose framework on non-rooted phones. Do note that all of these tasks could also be carried out on a rooted phone. But with the help of Shizuku, you don't even need root now, and you could carry out all these examples on a non-root phone as well. For the sake of reference, I made a guide and a video on all these 4 examples, and as of now, at the end of the video, I'll also show you one example of Shizuku. For example, let's use the Shizuku app to access the better internet tiles, which up until now required root to change the internet tiles. But with the help of Shizuku, you no longer require root and you could easily change the internet tiles on your phone without the need for root. So I'll also show you as an example this example. You could refer to all my guides, and I will update this guide with more samples as and when I get through them. These 4 are the mostly used and most popular examples. So just to recall, Shizuku gives third-party apps the perfect option to get hold of the system-level APIs even without the need for root. Even if you have a root, the app will still work, and in fact, in case of rooted phone, the process is all the more easier. But still, I'll show you all the 3 methods to use the Shizuku app. In the first method, I'll show you how to use on a non-root phone. The advantage of this is that it does not require root. The second method is via a rooted phone. On root phone, the biggest advantage is that it survives a reboot. So in case of non-root, if you carry out a task using Shizuku and you do a restart, then that task will be gone and you will once again have to reset up Shizuku from scratch. Whereas in case of rooted phone, Shizuku survives every reboot. You don't have to do anything upon every reboot. Shizuku will automatically set up on every boot. But in case of non-rooted phones, Shizuku, you will have to set up Shizuku on every reboot in case of non-root phone. Apart from that, till Android 9 or rather Android 10, there is no wireless debugging. So in those cases, we'll have to take the help of PC and ADB commands to set up Shizuku. Again, if you're using a PC and a non-root phone, then as before, you'll have to set up Shizuku on every reboot. Whereas if you're using the PC and a rooted Android phone, then Shizuku will survive every reboot. I'll show you all these examples as well. So with that in mind, let's get started. First and foremost, you have to install. I'm showing you the steps to install Shizuku on a non-root Android phone without using PC. Everything will be carried out on our phone, which is not rooted as of now. So with that in mind, let's get started. First off, you have to install Shizuku from Play Store. So just go to Play Store and install the Shizuku app from here. Let me install the app as well. It will take only a few seconds. So this is the Shizuku app. Once you have installed the app, next up you have to, as you could see, this is the app, and as of now it has all the 3 options. The first one is for the rooted phones. The next up is via wireless debugging, which is for non-root phones, and the third one is via the ADB command using computer. So first off, I'll show you via the non-root method, then I'll show you via the rooted method, and finally I'll show you using the ADB command. As you could see, it's showing that Shizuku is not running. So first and foremost, let's start Shizuku via wireless debugging. For that, you have to enable USB debugging on your phone, or rather the developer options onto your phone. So go to the settings menu on your phone, then go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. In case of Xiaomi phones, it will be MIUI number. So tap on it 7 times and you will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Now go back, go to system, and you should now see developer option. Go there and enable the toggle next to wireless debugging. Now tap on always allow, then tap on allow. You don't need USB debugging, we only need wireless debugging. So enable the toggle next to wireless debugging. Once that is done, minimize it. Now launch Shizuku and tap on pairing under start via wireless debugging. Tap on pairing, then tap on notification option and enable the toggle next to all Shizuku notification. I'll show you why this is required later on. So let's as of now just enable the toggle next to all Shizuku notification. Now come back and now you have to tap on developer option. With this, scroll to the bottom and go to the wireless debugging. Tap on the wireless debugging text and not the toggle. So tap there and now tap on pair device with pairing code. You have now got a pairing code. In my case, it's the 056096 and this is a notification which we have got from Shizuku wherein we have to type in this code. And this is the reason why we have enabled notification access for Shizuku in the first place. So make sure to type in the code and hit enter and you will get pairing successful. So now let's go back and access the Shizuku app. Again go back once and now tap on start under wireless debugging and Shizuku app will now start in 3 seconds. So now scroll to the top and as you could see Shizuku is now running via ADB. So if in your case Shizuku is still not running, then just go back to the developer option over here, turn off the toggle next to wireless debugging, then re-enable wireless debugging and again go back to the wireless debugging and tap on start and this time Shizuku should now be running and as you could see Shizuku is now running onto our phone. So with this we have enabled Shizuku via the wireless debugging feature and now we could carry out the task of our choice. All the instructions are given in my guide as well. You could refer to my guide and get the job done. So with that said, let me now show you the second method which involves root. So for that, first off, let me stop Shizuku. For that, tap on the workflow icon and tap on stop Shizuku and tap on OK. With this, as you can see, we have now stopped Shizuku. Now I'll show you how to start Shizuku using root. For that, make sure your phone is rooted via Magisk. You can refer to my guide or the video to root your phone. In short, you have to extract the boot.img file from the current firmware which is installed onto your phone. Once you have got the boot.img file, patch it via Magisk, and once you patch it via Magisk, boot your phone to fastboot mode and then type in fastboot boot and the Magisk patch boot.img file .img. With this, your phone will now boot to the rooted OS. Then launch the Magisk app, tap on install next to Magisk and choose direct install, and with this your phone will have obtained root. You could verify the root from the app known as root checker as well. So tap on verify root and as you could see we have got the Magisk request. So with this our phone is now rooted. If you don't know how to root and you have still any issues, do let me know in the comment section. I'll show you the steps to root your phone as well. So with that said, let me now show you how to enable Shizuku via root. In case of root, you don't even need wireless debugging. So let me show you first and foremost. Let's turn off wireless debugging as well. You could even turn off the developer option as well. It's not required. Simply now just launch the Shizuku app and tap on start under rooted devices. So tap on start and as you could see we have now got the super user request. So tap on grant and with this Shizuku is now started and as you could see it's now running via root. The major advantage of running in root is that Shizuku will survive every reboot. So after every restart, you don't have to set up Shizuku as opposed to ADB command or the wireless debugging in which you have to set up Shizuku after every reboot. I'll show you that example as well. In the meantime, let me now stop Shizuku and now I'll show you how to start Shizuku using the ADB command. So simply stop Shizuku over here. So in case you are running an Android phone which comes with Android 9 or older version, then it might not have the wireless debugging feature. Likewise, if your phone is also not rooted, then you might not use the rooted phone as well. So in that case, your only course of action is to start by connecting to a computer. So for that, launch the Shizuku app, then go to the settings menu on your phone. So let's access the settings menu. From there, go to about phone and tap on build number 7 times. You will get a prompt that you are now a developer. Now go back, go to system, then go to developer option and enable the toggle next to USB debugging. You will get a prompt on your phone. Tap on OK. You might get an RSA key fingerprint prompt. Make sure to tap on allow. Once that is done, you now also have to download and extract the Android SDK platform tools. The link for that is given in my guide. to extract the platform tools onto your PC. As you could see, these are the files of the platform tools. Once that is done, go to its address part, type in cmd and hit enter. This will launch the command prompt window inside platform tools folder. Now type in ADB devices and make sure that you are getting a serial ID. As you could see from here, if you're not getting any ID, then unplug and replug your phone from the PC, disable and re-enable USB debugging, tap on revoke USB debugging, use the official cable that came with your phone, and use the USB 2.0 port on your PC. So carry out this USB tweaks and make sure that you are getting this ID. Once you are getting this ID, your next course of action is to now start the Shizuku via the ADB command. I have given that command in my guide, so simply copy the entire command from here, and I would also recommend you to launch the Shizuku app. And as you could see, it's not running currently. So simply copy this command and open CMD window inside platform tool folder, paste the command and hit enter. And as you could see, you will get the Shizuku starter exit with 0, and on your phone you will get the Shizuku is now running. So with this, the app is now running and you could now carry out the desired task. So with this, we have shown you 3 different methods through which you could install and enable Shizuku onto your phone. Let's now show you an application of the Shizuku. So for the sake of reference, as I've told you before, I'll be using this guide on how to bring back the Wi-Fi toggle on Android 12, 13 and 14 phone. So as you might be aware, as of now, you will first and foremost have to tap on the internet tile, which will bring up one more screen, and now you can connect to the internet. But till Android 11, you could directly enable or disable the internet directly via a single tap, which is no longer possible now. So in this video, I will show you how you could carry out this task using the Shizuku app and a third-party app, which is known as, just a minute, let me show you the name of the app as well. So the name of the app is Better Internet Tiles app. So up until now, this app requires root, but since we now have the Shizuku app, we could easily carry out the task even without the need for the root. So with that in mind, let's get started. First and foremost, you have to install the Better Internet Tiles app from Play Store. So simply launch this app, and let me show you, this is the app interface. So let me install the app from here. This is the Better Internet Tiles app. Let me install it. So as you could see earlier, as of now it's asking for the root permission. So I will not give it the root permission because I don't want the root. I will show you how to use this app without the use for root. So up until now, we only had the option for root access. But with the introduction of Shizuku, we could now also use the Shizuku app to use this app. So let me show you how this could be done. First and foremost, make sure that the Shizuku app is running. As you could see, currently I am running Shizuku via ADB. You could use either of the 3 approaches, via the ADB, via root, or using the wireless debugging. So as you could see, it's running via ADB, and as of now, I have enabled the Shizuku app and installed the Better Internet Tiles app. Now once you have installed this app, or for example, any app that requires Shizuku, the steps are same for all the apps which require Shizuku. So install the app of your choice and then just tap on request Shizuku access. You will now get a Shizuku prompt. Tap on allow all the time, and with this you could see it has got this Shizuku access, and now we could proceed ahead. So let's now check out the result. There is a minor UI bug with Shizuku. So as you could see, so let's now proceed ahead and check out the results. So for this app, you have to tap on the edit icon, the pencil icon, scroll to the bottom, and as you could see, we have got the Better Internet Tiles option. So you could use the internet or the Wi-Fi. Let me just use the Wi-Fi and drag it to the top. So it might take a few seconds. So let me place it over here. So as of now, the first option, which is the internet option, is the one which we get by default on Android 12 and 13 stock ROM, and this is the one which I have just added. So let me show you. If I tap on this one, this is the default Android 13 behavior, which opens one more prompt. But now with the prompt which I have added, upon a single tap, as you could see, the Wi-Fi has been turned off. Likewise, upon a single tap, the Wi-Fi will be back on. So as you could see from here, the internet should be active right away. So as of now, we are using the Better Internet Tiles app, which earlier required root. but now we have given it the system level API access directly via Shizuku, which is running via the ADB and not root. So guys, as I told you before, let me now show you one major drawback of the non-root method. So if I now do a restart, so let me restart. In most cases, the Shizuku will lose all the access and you will have to reset up the Shizuku from scratch in case of non-root. Since we were using the non-root method, you might have to face this issue once again. So let me now show you. This generally happens in most of the cases that you will have to set up the app once again after every restart. So let me now verify if this happens this time around or not. There are every chances that it will happen once again. So guys, let's now verify the result. So let me launch the Shizuku app, and as you could see, it's currently not running. So the tile which we have added should not work. So let me tap on the Wi-Fi icon, and as you could see, it's showing that the shell access is required. So the Better Internet Tiles app is unable to access Shizuku as of now. So you will once again have to launch the request Shizuku access, but since Shizuku is not running, so you'll once again have to set up Shizuku from scratch by going to the pairing option and then go to developer option, then enable the toggle next to wireless debugging. Now go to wireless debugging and tap on pair device with pairing code. You will get a code, and now type in this code here, such as which is 869462 and hit check mark. So as you could see, pairing is not successful. So go back to the Shizuku app, again go back once, and now tap on start under wireless debugging. So it's again searching for debugging, so not an issue. Go to developer option, disable wireless debugging, and then re-enable it, and now again go back, and as you could see, the app has now started. So now that the app has started, so now let me show you. If you now tap on the Wi-Fi icon, you could easily enable and disable it, turn it on or off. This is because now the Shizuku is running in the backend. So yes, one more thing, you have to make sure that the Shizuku is continuously running in the backend. If it's not running in the backend, or if you have restarted your phone, you will have to set up Shizuku from scratch after every reboot. Now let me show you the status for root. So if your phone is rooted, let me first stop Shizuku. So Shizuku has now stopped, and now let me show you the major advantage of a rooted phone. So as of now, my phone is currently rooted by Magisk, as I've shown you before. Now if I launch the Shizuku app and tap on start for rooted device, the Shizuku has now started. First off, I don't even have to enable wireless debugging or USB debugging. Next up, the app started in a few seconds. And now let me show you the biggest advantage. From here, as you could see, I could easily turn off or turn on the Wi-Fi in a single click. Let me turn it on, and now if I do a restart, it will only take a few seconds. So even upon a restart, as soon as your phone restarts, the Shizuku will automatically set up at the boot up. You don't have to do anything, and it will survive all the reboots. So let me show you that as well. So, and that is the major benefit of the Shizuku app. But still, even if your phone is not rooted, the benefits of this app definitely outweighs the negatives. So it's not a cause of any concern. But still, let me show you. As of now, Shizuku is running via root. So let me unlock my phone and just wait for 1 or 2 seconds, and now launch Shizuku, and as you could see, it's running via root. Similarly, it should be running over here as well. As you could see, if I turn it off, turn it on from here without any issues. So the biggest advantage of root is it survives every reboot as well. So with that said, guys, this was all from this video. For example, taken the example of the Better Internet Tiles. For all the apps that use Shizuku, the UI will be the near about same. You just have to give it the Shizuku access. So for the sake of reference, let me just show you the example of one more app. For example, let's take the app of a DSU side loader. This app is required to dual boot a GSI ROM. While I'll not be doing a dual boot, I will just show you the app request. So let me quickly install the DSU side loader app and show you the prompt that I'll be getting. So as of now, I'm getting a root request. I don't want a root request, so I'll hit deny. So as you could see, as soon as I deny the request for root, I have got the request for Shizuku. So tap on allow all the time, and with this, the app has got the Shizuku request, and now we could carry out the same task which we could have done earlier via root. So guys, this was all from this video. If you have any queries or if you want to know anything about this video, do let me know in the comment section. Likewise, as you could see, is for the rooted section, the start on boot is automatically enabled. So if your phone is rooted, it will restart on every boot. So just to round off, Shizuku gives third-party app the option to use system-level APIs without the need for root. So make sure to use only those apps which you trust completely, because the app will be having the access to system-level APIs, which might prove to be somewhat risky. So make sure you are aware of the source of the app, and it's open source and available on Play Store or GitHub. And apart from that, you could enable Shizuku via 3 methods. The first one is using a non-rooted phone. In this, we used a wireless debugging method, which does not require USB cable, but it requires wireless debugging, and you should be on the Wi-Fi. The second one, the major drawback of this method is that it does not survive a restart. You will have to set up Shizuku on every reboot. On the other hand, in the second method, it requires a rooted phone. The benefit is that the Shizuku app will survive every reboot. You don't have to do anything on any reboot. The third one is using the ADB command. This is for those phones which does not have a wireless debugging, and if your phone is not rooted, then you could use the ADB command to execute this command and start Shizuku. Likewise, I have also given the steps and the few live case examples of the Shizuku app which you could use. Apart from that, there are a lot of apps which uses Shizuku. I've given an example of just 4 or 5 apps. I'll expand this list in the subsequent days, so make sure to check it out. And apart from that, you could refer to the entire steps of all the 3 methods on my guide or the video. And with that said, if you still have any queries, do let me know in the comment section. And guys, thanks a lot for watching.